friends, I'm Colonel Failure, and this is Banished with the Colonial Charter mod. You look at the wreckage of the town that was left over after the tornado blew through it and killed 2/3 of my population. But am I downhearted? No, not in the slightest. Onwards and upwards. We've got to put everything back together again and make the place thrive once more. Okay, so since you last tuned in, I haven't really done anything at all. I thought I'd keep you with me for the whole of the rebuilding process, and we can live the highs and lows together. But in the first instance, what I need to do is get some stuff rebuilt because, well, there is still a certain amount of devastation going on in the town that we have not yet recovered from. Now, I'm not certain at the present time if I'm making enough food. I don't know how many. Well, the resource situation's okay, but yeah, I do get the sense that I need to move things around a little bit. And the beekeeper, lamenting the loss of her bees, has died of old age. However, we're going to start putting things back together. So 5 of my 5 builders are currently engaged in, well, building, frankly. And once they free up, I'm going to queue up other buildings to be fixed up. What I'm not going to do is queue them all straight away, because then I'll be waiting ages for anything to happen. Anyway, the kind of the population situation: 47 adults, 5 students, and 11 children. So there's, I mean, there's a viable population still here. Someone made mention of the fact that at Town Hall, nomads were local. There aren't any right now, but what we won't be doing is inviting nomads in. The addition of nomads to the jolly town of Colonelsburg has been nothing but a disaster since the first time we did it. So that's not something we'll be doing. Right, well, I've got plenty of food in, but I think I'll wait until after the season. So I've got 8 farmers at the moment, out of a potential 16, which seems a little low. Could it be because I've got farms turned off? That's certainly possible. Anyway, I think I'm okay for food, running the 8 that I've got. I've basically reverted back to staples. So it's back to a diet of broccoli, chickpeas and spinach there, chums. I hope you're feeling suitably vegan. But with a bit of luck, we'll be able to get things rolling a little. Maybe those builders are currently... Yeah, I think those builders are standing around waiting for instruction. Let's get this house back up. No, they weren't waiting for instruction. Nuts. Well, in which case, what are they working on? It can't possibly be taking that long to finish the previous one, unless they were waiting for some kind of resource that I don't have. No, those all seem to be done. It is possible I instructed them to rebuild something where I don't have the resources in stock. And I point the blame of all of this squarely at this completely useless double bridge. Waiting for it for so long, it finally gets finished and a tornado blows through town. That's cause and effect right there. Good to see plenty more children being born. Obviously, now that there is a housing surplus, people are taking advantage to go out there on their own and find their way in the world. I approve of this. And Lashad the blacksmith is no longer with us. Well, that's harsh. Anyway, it's kind of tough to know what to do for the moment because it's about getting everyone breeding, getting the population back up to a realistic size so that I can pull the town back in a forward direction. Anyway, we've got a tradesperson turned up. Where are we? Right, trade. Barley, canola, and sorghum. I don't want any of that. So how about you clear off? Good, that told him. What have we actually got tradable at the moment? A few eggs, got some fish. It's mostly food, actually. The first thing I did was I transferred food out to the trading area. Firstly, because, well, it grows out of the ground, so I can make more of it, but also because it will serve nicely as a backup resource if and when I run out of I don't run out of stored food, so I can free that back up immediately. This is what those 5 builders were waiting for. They're waiting for candles, so the quarry can get going. And I want the quarry to get... There we go. It's all coming flooding back now. I want the quarry to get going again in case I run out of stone during the rebuild. Now, you see, that's actually a smart move. Of course, it will help if I... where's my chandler? I've got 1 out of 2 chandlers in operation at the moment. I'm pretty sure it's around here. There we go. Chandlery. Well, let's double down on that. Let's get this done quickly, shall we? And beekeepers, 2 out of 3. Really? Did I have 3 apiaries on the go? Where's the other one then? Alright, an apiary looks like that. Let's play Spot the Apiary. That looks promising. Oh, he shoots, he scores. Good job. Okay. Well, I've got no one else I can stick in there at the moment. All my labourers have been hijacked, placed into other forms of service for the moment. And I am wanting to... I mean, you know, I'd very much like to get my livestock back into some form of fitness. Fortunately, we managed to keep our chickens. In fact, we managed to keep both sets of chickens, which is fab. But what's this? A standard orchard has developed an infestation. That doesn't sound like the kind of thing you want. Are you going to... it looks like it might be this one. How are we to know which orchard it is? I don't think I've got that many orchards on the go, if I'm honest. I think it is just that one. Right, okay, well, let's chop it down. Let's not mess around. You know, figs are... I mean, they're good. We like figs. People will eat them. Is there some kind of infestation effect? These trees don't look great, do they? I mean, this is kind of scary for a pleasant spring afternoon, walking hand in hand with your loved one through the orchard. No, this is more of a Halloween scare your chums in the haunted woods. So yeah, let's get shot of that, and it's slowed the game down, hasn't it? There we go. Right, get back up to speed. Come on, we're never going to get there if we sit at basic speed. We have to keep things trotting along, or we'll never make any more progress ever again. Okay, right, so we're into winter, and we're up to 5,000... Well, we're up to more than that. We've got plenty more food to come in as the spinach harvest continues. Yep, chop it all down. And then burn it. We don't want no infested trees up in this neck of the woods. We'll plant some fresh ones when it's done. Yeah, plenty of food. Food is looking good. Equally, fuel is looking good. Now, it has been suggested that I could be selling fuel, and in fact, I'll use the trading post trick to build up a... where are we? What am I looking for? I'm looking for chopped wood fuel. Ooh, what will that be filed under? Was it... What do we call it? You call it just fuel. I'm not getting the pang of recognition there. Let's go by sort by name, and let's see what we can find here. You're all yelling at the screen because obviously you remember this stuff far more easily than I do. It's like chopped wood or something along those lines. I will see it. I'm sure I will. Any moment it will turn up. Not there, it won't. Back to the top. I have to admit, this is probably riveting viewing. Firewood! There we go, thank you. Right, let's bang, I don't know, 300 of that in there. That can be my backup firewood display. Firewood storage. Splendid. Ah, good. People becoming students. We approve of people becoming students, and we approve of more children. Good, right, that's that cleared. Should we take figs off the menu, maybe? No, figs have been good to me. We'll keep figs. No, work it. Work that farm. Okay, so we're still... Oh, hold on. if anything were to look infested, I would say that this smog here was an indicator. Right, cut it all down before it kills the llamas. Which is, you know, not the kind of statement you make in everyday kind of operations, but around here, yeah, let's cut it the hell down. A scary forest with mist. That's even more terrifying than the previous. Okay, right. Well, we're in our 49th year. It suddenly occurs to me. So we're coming up on our 50th year as citizens of the world. Oh, my new house has been finished. Good job there, builders. And from the looks of it, the quarry's back up. The quarry is back up. Right, let's get... what are there? Stone cutters. Of course, I've got no one I can employ as a stone cutter right now. We can take one Chandler out of work and stick him on stone cutting, which I'm sure will make them happy. Woodcutters we need. Hunters. We're doing okay for coats, so I'm going to take one hunter off temporarily and stick it on stone cutting. Right, alright, so that's good. Well, that's got stone back under control, which means I can now start to motor through getting these houses rebuilt. What was this again? That's a hospital. Well, it didn't do us much good previously, so we'll go without the hospital for the moment. Yeah, and obviously, you know, with these houses back up again, I mean, this one's only just been occupied, which is single farmer and her daughter has occupied that building. Well, it's not going to help the breeding, but perhaps, you know, they're formerly associated with the blacksmith who died recently. Look, come on, chop this down. These are bad olives. Olives of woe is what exists in this orchard. Cut them down, take them out. We don't want them here. Equally, are we missing the top floor from here, or has it learned to levitate? That's level 2, and that's level. Then we've got the bakeries there. All right, so we're gonna have to build level 2 back up. Let's rebuild that. And actually, I'll issue the level 3 instruction at the same time, and that should get back up to full speed in due course. Right, no more rebuilding orders for the moment. Get this forest cut down. So we're actually, you know, we're not in bad shape considering the level of disaster that befell the town. Things could be a whole lot worse. I mean, things could be a whole lot better. Hopefully, some of these students will graduate before too long, and then our workforce will start to replenish itself. In the meantime, however, we're getting by on a scant few workers. In fact, I want to go and have a quick look around the population and see. I mean, look at this. Talonson here is 65. That's high risk. 68, 67. Yeah, this is what I was concerned at. 64. What else have we got? That's where we started. That's where we started. 60, 72. It looks like Yon Tornado took out all of the young bucks in town. Oh, there we go. We've got at least we've got a beekeeper and a stone cutter to fall back on. All right. Okay. Well, maybe I'm exaggerating for effect, perhaps. But certainly there is a higher proportion of older citizens than is ideal. I need a lot of procreation going on here, and I need it pronto. Yeah, see, this is where some of the options from Tropico would come in damn handy. What's going on there? The food market is destroyed, but the top 2 floors are fine. Well, I wouldn't live there. Let's queue these up as I find them, I think. Yeah, I know, I'm going back on what I just said, but, you know, I don't think there's any issue with doing it because it's sensible. And Which one? Urban has... no, that's... Which one's broken? There we go. Get all of this, all of that, all it. Fix it before it falls down and crushes some young children who are just out frolicking in the bombed out ruins of the tornado-stricken town. And a merchant has arrived. Well, you better have sheep. That's all I'm going to say. What have you got? Buff coats. I make coats. I don't care whether they're buff or whether they're slightly out of shape. Get out of it. So, yes, it's a waiting game right now, friends. And, you know, pithy comments aside, that's the only thing we can do. Who died? There we go. See, look, I said, you know, Raymond the stonecutter's dead. Vincer the farmer has bit the dust. I'm going to miss those guys. Not that I knew them personally, of course, but, you know, I'm certainly going to miss them doing their work. We don't have a vendor at the moment. This was pointed out to me as well. We do have plenty of firewood stored up, so maybe let's take someone out of wood cutting and into fireworking. I'm keeping Max Herdsman because I think they're one of the few growth sectors of the town that we have right now. Although, I mean, really, oh no, I have got a butcher. Oh, that's good. Well, people like having meat. So, you know, that's a good thing. Now 11 students. Come on, people, graduate. Haven't we got like a fast pass course that we can just run people through? Stone me. This whole area is a bit of a wreck. But, you know, this is all good news. In the long term, it's all good news because it means that I have plenty of room to expand into. And I'm relatively confident I've actually got the right amount of supporting buildings, supporting food structures to cope with the maximum population this level of town can support. Fingers crossed. And if not, well, we'll figure that out pretty quickly, I would have thought. Actually, I think I'm over-indexed on foresters right now. Let's drop 4 out of there. And then, who did we just lose? We lost a farmer and a forester. That's okay, we'll live with that. 2 more students, this is good. And another one, this is also good. 14 students now. Good. But what to put these 4 guys on? I'm going to leave some of those guys on labouring, which is sensible. So I understand. I've got a baker. I don't need a baker. I'm not running the mill or the cornfield at the moment. So it's a wheat field, but you know, it amounts to the same thing. What else would be handy right now? Do a bit of gathering. I don't think gathering's not really got me much so far. Although, what's this? Amount of stored medicine. That's herbalizing. Right. Let's get some herbalitude back on the go. Yes. More students, yes, and more children, yes. Good. Alright, so, all being well, these students will make it through before the next the next evil befouls the town, and then we can go onwards and upwards. But at the moment we're still in a waiting pattern. Certainly, the injection of 15 more workers would not go amiss. How's the market looking? Market looks okay. And in fact, we're now making candles that can go back into my trade inventory. As much as people like having candles to use about the house, they are my primary source of tradables. There we go. Dory has become an adult. Well done, Dory. I would give you the freedom of the city or some such. You're doing solid sterling work there. Right. No, let's. Anytime I click one of these multi-story efforts, and in need of rebuilding, I'm going to queue them. Because otherwise I'll end up missing them. So as much as this is creating a far longer queue than is desirable, I don't want to miss anything once the rebuild has been done. So as you can see, we've got building jobs for 21 workers right now, and I've actually only got 6. Rebirth of the miner is no more. Lived through a tornado, died of old age. Draw what conclusions you will from this. Okay, right. I'm kind of waiting for some kind of monumental, crux-like, suitable episode ending eventuality here, but it's not throwing itself at me. Plenty of resources. Look, that's all good. In fact, we've got another barn there, 53% full. How's the magazine getting on? You see, you're looking at it from the wrong angle. There we go. So, well, I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to leave you with chickpeas. Chickpeas, that's my message of the day. Take it in good spirits and use it and in the sense intended. So, yes, a slow episode. I'm going to move this one forward a touch. I'll spend 10-15 minutes running this at top speed and see what sort of progress I can get out of the other side of that. So be sure to tune in next time when hopefully progress will once again be our watchword rather than waiting, which is the watchword of today. Thanks very much for watching. I've been Colonel Failure. Chuck us a like, subscribe, and give me suggestions for how one might bounce back from the recent disaster with a little bit more rapidity. Thanks for watching. Catch up with you very soon. Cheerio.